What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today. A Litecoin right now, we're sitting at $210. We're down about 0.76%. And what I wanted to focus on today with you, I was doing a little studying last night out of my book, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends by Robert D. Edwards. And what it goes on to say is a stock should be assumed to continue in effect until such a time as its reversal has been definitely signaled. And I wanted to talk about this. We're going to dig in a little bit more there. But right now, if we step back, what you can see is Litecoin is still in this beautiful uptrend. We have not had any type of reversal signal yet. We have not had any climax volume, anything that would show that we're really in that distribution phase for Litecoin yet. If we turn on our EMAs, you can see we are trading up above our 20 EMA, our 50, our 100, and our 200. So right now the trend is still clearly up, and what we're in is a symmetrical triangle right now. And you can see we're at the top here of this downtrend that we've had. So we've had lower highs, higher lows, and we're getting that top. So this is an area we may retrace again until we get this nice breakout out of here. Or if heavy volume comes in today, which it doesn't look like it's happening today, it's more of like a spinning top candle so far, but we're going to have to wait for the close. But if big volume came in, we'd want to look for a daily candle close up above this trend line here. If we can get it, we'd have overhead resistance at about $228, and then it'd be up to around roughly about that $250, what we'd be looking for. And also, guys, if you think Litecoin is one of the best coins out there, don't forget to smash that like button. Leave me a comment down low. Tell me what you've been doing with Litecoin. Have you been trading, hodling? Have you been getting rid of it, trading for another coin? And what I want to talk to you guys here about was this book goes on to state, what it states is really a probability. It is a warning against changing one's market position too soon, against jumping the gun. It does not imply that one should delay action by one unnecessary minute once a signal of change in the trend has appeared, but it expresses the experience that the odds are in the favor of the man who waits until he is sure and against the other fellow who buys or sells prematurely. The odds cannot be stated in mathematical language, such as 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. As a matter of fact, they are constantly changing. Bull markets do not climb forever, and bear markets always reach a bottom sooner or later. When a new primary trend is first definitely signaled by the action of the two averages, the odds that it will be continued despite any near-term reactions or interruptions are at their greatest. So that's what I wanted to point out with Litecoin here, is the fact we're in a symmetrical triangle, which is typically a continuation pattern of the trend that we've been in, and the trend has been up here. So if we do get continuation, what I did was measure the backside here, and I went up 40%. And what you can see here is roughly between about 30 and 40% is the range we're going to be looking at. So let's look at 30 first. That would take us up to around $310, and that's a resistance level that we'd have up in here. So that's definitely a realistic target if we can continue to push up through here and keep these higher lows intact. If we had a really nice move up about 40%, which has happened before, that could take us up to around $350, right in that range, maybe even a little higher, $360. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen today or tomorrow like we talked about. We could have another retracement back into here. But if we are to continue this trend, we could look at some type of big breakout like that, because typically when Litecoin moves, it moves in very big candles in like one day, basically. And I wanted to measure a few of these for you. So if we look at the price range and you can see these candles, there's days we're having roughly 20% candles to the upside. Measure this one here. About 23%, 21 to 23% to the upside. We've even had longer candles than that. So, you know, these things, they really move fast in one day. So you kind of have to be ready for it. And you have to be paying attention to the trend and which way the river has been running, and the river has been up, right? So you don't want to fight that. You don't want to be shorting Bitcoin or Litecoin in this environment right now. So we're ultimately paying attention to distribution and when the top could be, but I don't believe we're there yet. When I'm looking at basically all the data, everything that I've seen here, I believe we're almost like in the middle of an altcoin season, right in that range, to where we could still have a few more months when we really get those nice moves and get some of those blow off tops. And I think that's when euphoria will really kick in. But for Litecoin right now, if we get into the technicals, and I would love to hear your long-term price outlook for Litecoin. So we're looking at a 4 sell, a 7 neutral, and a 15 buy on the summary on the 1-day time frame. Oscillators, we have a 3 sell, 6 neutral, and a 3 buy. So right now we have our commodity index channel is going to be a sell. Momentum is going to be a buy. MACD levels a buy. our stock is going to be a sell, and our Williams percentage range is going to be a sell. Looking good on all the moving averages like we talked about earlier, but a little bit of the oscillators were in that sell category right now. But that's typical when you're in symmetrical triangles, and the volume drops off in symmetrical triangles. So we're just really waiting to see which way the explosive volume happens. Okay, which way it's going to go. And right now it's looking like we have better odds of it going with the trend to the upside. If we get into coin market cap, volume today is about 3.7 billion, so it's down 4%. The market cap, we have hit 14 billion now for Litecoin. Overall circulating supply, you're looking at roughly about 67 million, so a lower supply than a lot of coins. And you can see on the line graph where we are from our previous high up in there. If we take a look and we say, how do you feel about Litecoin today? So just get the community. We have 91% good and 9% bad, so that's looking good right there. And then I want to show you the market cap that we've been to before, and that's roughly been close to $20 billion. We're called about 20 on some wicks. So right now, being at 14 billion, we're getting there. We're moving there, and these billions can come in really fast, guys. That's just how it is. You can see we've had all this accumulation here. Look at this big volume. And then during the symmetrical triangle, volume's been dying off. We're going to see if we get one more big high volume move to the upside there and challenge that all-time high. You know, could it take time? Absolutely. But when it goes, I mean, you look at these price spikes, guys. When it runs really hard. So you have to be ready for it. And that's what I want to point out there for you today, guys. If you get something from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.